Billionaires have all of the comforts, such as extravagant homes and flashy cars, you could ever desire. They have also been known to use their massive riches in some pretty strange ways. In fact, some of the recorded purchases of billionaires are downright, well, weird. From robot dinosaurs to famous celebrity wedding party members, the 1% certainly know how to blow their money on things most people wouldn't dream of purchasing. Welcome back to Facts Fanatics. We are dedicated to bringing you the most shocking and downright unbelievable real-life incidents that stunned the world. Today we're taking a look at 10 of the weirdest things that billionaires have spent their hard-earned money on. From ridiculous hobbies to one-of-a-kind collector's items, these purchases prove that absolutely nothing is out of reach for those who have enough money to pay for it. Let's get into it. Number 10. Kanye West's expensive taste. For anyone familiar with Kanye West, the statement that he doesn't have a hard time spending his money on frivolous things is no surprise. The rapper and business mogul has made some of the most eye-popping purchases in the past, ranging from artistically unique all the way to straight-up strange. He's purchased an extravagant diamond-encrusted tiara for his young daughter, Northwest. He's gifted fellow rap icon and mogul Jay-Z a golden skull that cost more than $50,000. He even purchased a set of diamond-covered teeth for more than $60,000. However, the weirdest purchase in Kanye's history came as he and his ex-wife Kim Kardashian were upgrading their home in California. The pair opted to install 4 separated, gold-plated toilets into the home, a purchase which set the pair back an astounding $750,000. Talk about flushing money down the toilet. Number 9. Clive Palmer's weird obsession. Clive Palmer, the Australian billionaire who made his riches in the mining industry, had some lofty goals when he came into money. Rather than put his money to a valiant cause, such as a meaningful charity, Palmer decided he wanted to replicate the plot of Jurassic Park and spent an exorbitant amount of money researching and attempting to clone a dinosaur. Obviously, that didn't quite pan out, so instead, he shifted his focus and his spending into creating a bunch of true-to-scale dinosaur animatronics. He used the animatronics to decorate his recently purchased golf resort, making it quite the sight. Palmer is still finding strange ways to spend his money to this day, as he is currently working on bringing back the infamous Titanic cruise ship. A full-scale replica is being built, and ticket sales are even slated to be separated by classes, similar to the original Titanic excursion. Number 8. Bill Gates and the most expensive book ever. If you know anything about Microsoft founder Bill Gates, you know that he is dedicated to his various philanthropic causes meticulously. He has never been known to be a wild and flashy spender, and each year he donates massive amounts of his wealth to good and charitable causes. That does not mean, however, that if something comes available that he desires, that he won't flex his checkbook. He did just this in the mid-1990s, when a personal journal of Leonardo da Vinci came up for auction. The journal, known as Codex Leicester, includes the great polymath's personal calculations based on his understanding of the sun, moon and earth at the time, and Gates had to have it. His insistence came at a steep price, however, and he ended up paying just over $30 million for the Codex, making it officially the most expensive book of all time. Number 7. Jeff Green's special guest. Jeff Green, a real estate tycoon who actually made a ton of money during the Great Recession due to accurately predicting the housing bubble, is quite the character. His wife May Suzy was 20 years his junior, and he famously stated that he wished he had met her 20 years prior. After reaching billionaire status, his next bucket list item was running for public office. During the course of his Florida Senate campaign of 2010, he actually made some promising points and gained some traction. However, he also had a tendency to say some really weird things, which ultimately led to his defeat. Easily the weirdest thing that Green has ever purchased was actually the services of boxing great Mike Tyson as the best man at his wedding. I guess the rings were certainly safe in Iron Mike's hands. Number 6. Bezos's big clock. There are many direct comparisons that can be made between Apple founder Steve Jobs and Amazon boss Jeff Bezos. Both founded companies that spearheaded the next generation in their respective industries. Both amassed great wealth as a result of their innovation, and by all accounts, both were extremely terrible to be around. Stories of Bezos berating employees have spread like wildfire over the years, and it is now generally accepted that the man who made 2-day shipping a possibility is just not a nice person. He is, however, a very rich person and has made quite a few interesting purchases over the years, including the Washington Post. He is also paying for a 200-foot-high clock to be installed into the face of a mountain near his home. Nicknamed the 10,000-year clock, the device will be massive in size and in cost. Number 5. Trump's foray into football. Donald Trump. Perhaps the most polarizing figure in the history of the United States of America, and quite possibly the world. While we could go on and on about the life and career of the US 45th president, we'll focus on one weird purchase that Trump made back in the 1980s. After getting dangerously close to purchasing the Buffalo Bills of the NFL, he instead shifted his focus to the fledgling USFL Spring Football League and purchased the New Jersey Generals. The NFL competitor only lasted 3 seasons and met its downfall in an embarrassing defeat in litigation against the NFL, one spearheaded and fronted by Trump. The purpose was so weird because Trump has little to no sports background, and even routinely says that sports and exercise are a waste of time. Number 4. Howard Hughes' strange spending. If you know anything about Howard Hughes, or if you've seen the massively successful film The Aviator, you know that Howard Hughes was quite the impressive man. You also know that he struggled heavily with mental illness and was likely stricken with both OCD and paranoia. His mother instilled an insane level of cleanliness into him at an early age, and this caused him to evolve into a full-on germaphobe. He was also a man who spent a lot of money on a lot of strange things. These include placing a bid to purchase the entire city of Las Vegas, and also buying a television station just so he could stream his favorite movies whenever he wanted to watch them. Likely strangest of all, he once added a man to his massive payroll, whose sole job was to catch flies around his home. Yes, Howard Hughes paid for a live human flycatcher. Number 3. Elon's chocolate factory. We all know Elon Musk. From Tesla to Starlink to now Twitter, he's been at the forefront of the world's innovation in multiple industries for the past decade plus. As such, his net worth has seen exponential growth during that span of time, and at this point, he can pretty much have whatever he desires. He could really have any home his heart desires, and apparently, that includes the former home of Willy Wonka himself, Gene Wilder. When Wilder passed away in 2016, his home became available for purchase, and Musk didn't flinch at the opportunity. He spent roughly $7 million on the home, and as a self-proclaimed huge nerd, he moved in happily to his new abode soon after. Number 2. Jocelyn Wildenstein's lifestyle. Jocelyn Wildenstein, who made upwards of $2 billion in a famous divorce, has the means to blow her money. She also doesn't know the meaning of humility, and her purchase histories prove it. She takes multiple extravagant vacations each year, owns several luxury penthouses, and has even personally stated that she spends more than $600,000 a year on her phone bill, food, and wine alone. While that all seems like regular spending habits of the wealthy and shameless, by far the weirdest thing Wildenstein spent her money on was plastic surgery. She spent an estimated millions of dollars to transform her face into a cat-like appearance, reportedly the very issue that drove her husband to divorce. Number 1. Steve Cohen's Big Fish. It's not at all uncommon to find large aquarium tanks filled with exotic fish in the homes of the ultra-wealthy. In fact, it's likely more common than not to find the homes of rich people filled with fancy and upscale aquarium setups. However, billionaire hedge fund manager Steve Cohen took his love for aquatic animals to a whole other level. His prized possession is a fully preserved 14-foot-long tiger shark, which he paid roughly $12 million for and proudly displays in his home. Talk about taking a bite out of a bank account. There you have it. 10 of the weirdest things that billionaires have spent their money on over the years. These purchases range from quirky to straight-up excessive, but one thing they all have in common is that they are very, very strange. Thanks for watching. What do you think is the weirdest expensive purchase on the list? Are there any others you've heard of that are weirder than the ones we mentioned? Be sure to let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one.